Good morning, everybody. We're at Port St. Joe, Florida, White City Bridge, actually, on the Intercoastal Waterway. We're coming down here today to fish with Captain Alan Duke. We're going to catch a trout. It's yesterday actually was Pam's birthday, so this is a part of a birthday gift too, and I think it's going to be fun. Now, most people don't, Captain Alan, don't think of January, the mid-January, being a typical trout fishing day. Most people come down here, probably their wives and kids lay out on the beach in the summertime, and Dad gets to go trout fishing with you, and here we are in mid-January. Tell us about that.
Right, our season is from March 1st to October-ish, a little bit into October. But during the wintertime, the fish leave the bay, and they'll come up in the intercoastal following the food, you know, the bait and the warmer temperatures and the deeper water. And once they come up in here, you have a better chance of catching them. They're a little easier to catch sometimes, although today might prove wrong. We got a front coming. It should make the fish bite. So during the winter time, come up and get up in the intercoastals, the river systems and the creeks, and you'll do fine.
Y'all stay tuned. We're gonna go catch a trout and a redfish, and I'm gonna whoop these men. Alan, how did you happen to find these fish that we're fishing for right here?
I was fishing the bass tournament, and we was catching bass, but for the most part we couldn't catch bass for the trout and the redfish. They were, every time we'd throw a bait out to catch a bass, the trout and the redfish would take it, and it usually welcome that kind of fishing, but when in a tournament it takes up that time and getting them off the hook and all that stuff. And it was aggravating because we needed the bass. We were catching bass, but for every bass we caught 5 or 6 trout and redfish, and some good trout. So when you called and said you want to do the show, I figured this would be the best place to start. And so far the redfish is doing good.
Well, you know, that's the beauty of fishing down here. You know, there's such a wide variety of things. He's bass fishing and he's catching trout and redfish, so you know, you never know. So it's just a good place to come fishing overall, and you never know what you're gonna catch. And I think I'm next.
You don't have to just throw wherever you want to throw.
Alan, we made a short move here, and I'm tired of fishing at the back of the boat because I have leftovers. That's all I get's leftovers. So I'm moving up to the front. Now, we've made a short run here. What you shaking your head about?
Because that's so typical. We could be in a 50-foot boat and you'd want to be on the last 2 foot with me.
Oh, well, you are a hottie. Now, Alan, back to fishing. We made a short run here. Now, when I noticed when we were on the other side of Lake Wimico, the water was running east, or the opposite direction of what it is now. Now, we come on the west side of Wimico, and the water's running the opposite direction.
You had an Apalachicola tide on that side, and now we're dealing with a St. Joe tide on this side.
Well,
that's exactly why tide just messes my whole mind up. That's so confusing to me.
Well, you know, too, that's why when an individual comes down here, they ought to hire somebody like Captain Allen out of Fresnel's Marina and take them fishing, because people can't understand that kind of tide deal. No further than you and I live away from here, we still can't really figure out the tide, and Alan lives here, and so he's just very versed on the tides.
You know, you're right, because in my small mind and way of thinking, if the water's moving east on that side and it's moving west on this side, it shouldn't be long for the middle ought to be dry.
And that's exactly what happened.
Oh yeah?
Yes. It will get so low today out there in Lake Wimico that if you get out of the intercoastal waterway, you'll stop. If you get over the spill, spoilage areas, then you've got 3 or 4 foot of water. But you are exactly right. Sometime today, if it doesn't change up, that lake will get not careful. Northwest wind, north, northwest, northeast, pulls water lower than normal.
I just felt the fish swim by so I'm fixing to go catch him.
Yeah. I got a big old red. I told you I was gonna whoop you fellas.
Dadgummit, Alan, you did it to me again.
Of course, I ain't got him in the boat yet. He might try to whoop me. Oh, look how pretty.
Dadgum.
He swallowed that bait too. Can I stick my finger in his mouth?
Just the lower jaw, yeah. Don't let him clamp down because he's got teeth in his upper lip. He's got teeth on his lower lip, but not the kind that'll hurt you.
Look at that. Ain't that just pretty?
Dadgum, baby, that is. Now, Alan, tell us about this this redfish laying up here. Now, we're in brackish water. It's a mixture, right?
Yeah, the water comes out of the, if you go this way, you'll go into the Gulf below Apalachicola. If you go this way and stay in the intercoastal, you'll go out in Panama City into the Gulf. Just a little ways up here, about 8 miles, you can go into what's called the T Canal, St. Joe Canal, and it'll go out in the Gulf there in St. Joe. But we're way down here on the river system. We've got brackish water creeks, freshwater creeks, and everything coming out. And these fish are just gathering up on these channel edges. We're fishing the eelgrass, and it's gonna be good.
What's that redfish feed on mostly?
Food.
Well,
up here,
root beer drum.
yeah, up here he's feeding on shrimp because see the shrimp comes into our river systems here. So he's feeding on shrimp. There's a lot of pinfish up here because they'll come into this river system out of the Gulf. There's a lot of LYs, pogies, that kind of bait. Plenty of food for these fish up here.
What you got, honey?
oh, let's see what I got. I think you did a lot of talking a while ago about I'm gonna whoop y'all.
Yep, she could keep hers.
I got the first one. What you got? Oh, look. Look, what are you doing? He's so big you gotta try to hide him?
That's all I could do to pick him up. No, mine's not as big as yours. I understand.
But that's all right.
That's all right.
It's fun, and he pulled your string, right?
Yeah, it's fun. Ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt. This is fun fishing.
I'm not sure yet. That's the beauty of fishing down here.
Yeah, I guess so. You never know if it has teeth or.
I think it's a largemouth.
I'll be darned. Look at there. I'll be doggone.
Can't take me nowhere that I don't catch a bass. Thank you, buddy. You get it?
But now, you know, you said that, baby. Now, you are a professional bass fisherman. For the people that don't know you, you're a professional bass fishing person. And here you are down here fishing.
Well, we come down here trying to catch a redfish or a trout, but, you know, like I said earlier, this whole area is like I hate to use Louisiana's terminology, but it's a sportsman's paradise. You never know what you're going to catch down here. It's an excellent bass fishing area also, so, you know, we're trying to catch a trout, and I threw out there and caught a bass.
What you got, buddy?
It's a speckledy trout.
Bring him
that
on
right
in.
there's what we want to catch right there.
Well, we had a double. The only problem is his is much larger than mine.
That's what that is I'm more hungrier than you are. Look at that.
Look at that. How about that?
That's all right.
Now this fish here, see that yellow mouth? When them fish are up here, now this water that's coming out of this creek is a dark color. Now there's two reasons we got a yellow mouth. This fish here is real dark black on the back. We caught him in 20 feet of water. He shouldn't have been that color. But what caused that was this creek that's flowing out of here has got black water, so the fish is just blocking the color of the water. That's what it's doing.
Don't let mine go. I'll interrupt you.
These fish love to get around sand of any kind, sandbars, sand, like most of this intercoastal waterway, you don't see the sand, But on these points that goes into these little creeks, you got washed up bars that you can't see them, but they're there. And they'll get on that sand and lay up on it. You catch plenty of fish.
Good deal. What you got up there, buddy?
Yeah.
What you got?
It's another large, man.
And he swallowed that thing.
Yeah.
Lord, have mercy. Look
Now,
at there.
A while ago, I was telling you about that trout being dark on account of the water. See how white this bass is?
Yeah.
And the light brown. That fish come out of 20 feet of water. That's what color they're supposed to be. That's what color the trout should have been, except they've been up in that creek. They come out of that creek and they were black, see? This bass has got that white, brown tint. Still a good fish. It's legal fish if you were tournament fishing.
Well, you know, it's like this. There ain't nothing that I can't catch around here.
What have you got?
Spanish mackerel.
No, you didn't.
Talk to me.
Like I said, that's the beauty of fishing down here. You never know. We just put a largemouth in the boat, and while you were actually filming the largemouth, you catch a Spanish. That's awesome.
That's right, baby. I actually had that camera in my hand. Alan's talking to me about the largemouth that's on his hook, and this tried to take my bait away.
That's amazing.
I mean, I'm sure the camera shook when I set the hook with my left hand.
Well,
so.
I hollered, catch him, Stephen.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's you know, that just really goes to prove the point that we've been trying to make, that this is just a place to come fish and have a great time.
That's exactly right. We got largemouth, we've got redfish, trout, now a Spanish, all in the same morning. Stick around, we'll probably catch a hybrid or a striper before it's over with.
Good job, honey.
Thank you. Y'all mind telling me what you're doing up there and you're supposed to be fishing?
This is called 15-minute State of Florida Law Break.
We're showing the fish how to bite.
Where are we going? What are we going to do right there?
Fish.
A month and a half ago.
The Intercoastal comes in Panama City and they can cut through the woods and don't have to get out there in the ocean.
You can come all the way across from Texas.
Well, Captain Allen, I almost got you missing a fish.
Well, you got me then.
Do I need to cast out and catch them?
Apparently. That's 2 in a row right there.
What about you, Pamela?
Well, my bait was coming along behind his. I was hoping they'd bite mine. I must not be holding my mouth right.
I hear you.
But I still have the biggest fish in the ball.
Well, I think you women have a hard time holding your mouth, period. Whether it's right or wrong.
I had a little boy ask me on a guide trip one time, he says, Captain Allen, how am I supposed to hold my mouth right? Because his daddy told him that he wasn't holding his mouth right. He said, Captain Allen, how am I supposed to hold my mouth right? I said, shut.
I hear you. I hear you. All right, I'm fitting to go to fishing. All right, Captain Allen, we made a pretty long run then. Tell us how we're past lunch. It hadn't been the hottest day in the world as far as catching, but we've had fun. We got several fish in the ice chest. Now we've made a pretty decent run now, and tell us how the conditions are now.
The conditions here is way better, probably the best we've had it. The water's coming in, and it's cleared up some. And we just stopped. I threw it out, had a good bite, and I just had another good bite. And
what do you mean the water's coming in?
the tide's coming in from the Gulf, so it's real clear.
I think we just saw Pam miss one too. Oh, look at there. Look. I'm sorry. I guess I ought to put my camera down and go to fishing.
Dadgummit.
I get it.
Since
He pulled my man's root beer rub. He tried to take it from me.
what kind of bait's that? Let's show that up close, baby. We haven't really talked about the baits.
That's a man's root beer 4-inch grub, and you have to. They don't make them for stores. You have to buy them. The only way I could get them is order 10,000 of them.
Ooh.
And they're that good. That's why I ordered. They're made by Man's Bait Company in Eufaula, Alabama, and that one color there just sell enough, all around for that to stay on the market. So, but around here it's probably one of the best baits you'll ever throw.
Hot dog. There we go. Captain got him in. Finally put him in the boat. They biting funny? What's the deal?
Yeah, I don't know. See, the tide just changed and started coming in as we was talking a while ago. So they've been. I'll measure. Real close. So they're not eating. They're just biting. Kind of knocking the bait around. Probably 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour. They'll eat. Catch him, you'll have to get the bait out of his throat. I had one too.
What you got, baby?
I finally
Hairlip one.
yes I did. Blind hog find an acre every now and then.
That's all right. Dadgummit is fun. It's fun.
It is fun. And I sure can't get him unhooked. There we go.
See, they're biting faster and faster. The ones that was hitting us earlier are now hooking up. That's typical for the tide doing what it's doing.
Thank you.
Now all they got to do is grow up a little bit.
What you got, Captain?
I think that I finally hooked a croaker inside, and I thought it was a trout. Let me tell you something. Out of all the fish I'd rather put that pistol right there than anything out here.
For real?
Yeah. Got a special sweet taste to it, and now that we've caught this big croaker,
Holy cow!
show that. This is probably what's doing all that knocking our baits around. The trout are in there with them, and we're catching a couple of trout thinking, oh man, we're getting all them great bites and everything. Well, that's probably what's doing the biting. But with that said, these are very good eating, perfect size.
Good deal.
I don't think he knows he's hooked yet.
Woo!
Oh my goodness, look at that bait's at though.
Look at that, would you? I'll be doggone, baby. Where's my sandwich? Here, hold on just a minute. Y'all look how that fish ate that. Even though he's that small, and I'm sorry, honey, but he is that small, he ate that bait.
Yes, he did. But he was fun.
I hear you.
God, we was filming. When that one hit, I drug him across the top. They still need to grow up.
That's all right, we're having fun.
They're biting fast now, so the big ones has got to start sooner or later.
I hear you.
With
What you got, buddy?
well, I think it's a flounder.
You want the net?
See the difference? See, remember I told you they're gonna start eating, and they was gonna grow up. Well, they growed up. Look, you can't see that bait. Look. Yep, breaking the water out there now.
Yeah, that's a good trout there,
Yep.
Alan. here and show them close what you're talking about.
That bait is gone. A while ago we was hooking them all out on the outside of the mouth and barely hooking them, skin hooking them.
Right.
And now they're eating.
He ate that thing. You're right. All right, good deal. Let's catch some more. I got it. What you got, baby? What you got?
Well,
Come in here.
Troy on Swamp People says tree shaker. I got a head shaker. Just a shaking.
I hear you.
Oh,
Dadgummit, you had two on. Alan, you had one on.
Yeah. Come on.
What you got, baby? Ain't he
I
gonna
got a
measure?
trout. I don't know. We'll see.
Don't lay it down.
All right, now I don't know if we've told everybody, but how long they got to be, Captain Allen?
15 to 20. Have 5 apiece, and one of those 5 can be over 20.
Okay.
As long as you want it to be.
All right. Well, let's check this one out and see what he is. What you got, baby?
14 and a half. Just
Daggone.
what Captain Allen said.
14 and a half. That's all right. It was still fun. We're having fun.
Having fun. Catching fish.
What you got?
I got another golden croaker. That's like fried chicken to me.
Let's see. Them things are good. You got a bass.
I think so. Yep.
I'll be darned.
I guess it's in my jeans.
I heard that, baby. Y'all, we just caught a trout, moved 20 feet and caught a largemouth.
Moved 20 feet a while ago to get away from porpoises.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. That's all
I guess
right.
that means I'm destined to bass fish on.
That's all right.
It's been a great day for several reasons. I mean, we got to be out and go fishing,
That's right.
number one. I said, but we did catch some fish. But the biggest thing to me for this area in particular is the variety.
Right.
I mean, we were sitting on one particular point filming a largemouth, and you catch a Spanish.
That's
I mean, that just don't happen that often.
Yeah, it's
And then in turn, I think you had a trout, and I caught a largemouth. So I mean, you know, it's just it's been an awesome day because of the variety. We never knew what we were going to catch, so it was a surprise that way, and you know, we've just had a ball.
Y'all join us again, and we'll see you next time.
We've made 3 or 4 throws and got a bite on every throw, so
Okay, well, I probably ought to put down this camera so we can catch them.
probably if you put down the camera, we could catch them.